Hey guys, Dakota here. I want to talk to you guys today about the workout that I programmed. The mainly, oh god, I hate this angle. It's got like a double chin. Just ignore the double chin, guys. Anyway, so I want to talk to you about the conditioning piece today. It was four intervals of 30 seconds on, 2.5 minutes off. During that 30 seconds on, you were coached to go 100% max effort. I want to talk to you about the benefits of today's workout. And one thing to note, the main thing to note is it's not really seen in most average Joe's workout routines, right? Like if you talk to friends that go to the Y or runners or Zumbers or bodybuilders or powerlifters or Olympic weightlifters, none of them will ever really discuss doing 30-second on, 2.5 minute off sprints on conditioning apparatus or just in general, whether we do it, sometimes we do it with the prowler and burpees or snatches and double unders, stuff like that. So one thing is it's really left out, and that's a huge problem with training in general for our average people. First benefit of it is it's helping us build the ability to get all of our muscles to recruit to create the highest level output of power. Other actions are things in life that require us to do so. Punching somebody, knocking down a door, sprinting away from something, having all the groceries, getting loaded up, and then just like you're about to break and it's like, all right, get up these flight of steps. And you get it real quick. All right. And the list goes on. We can do a lot of sport applications, tackling somebody, wrestling, double leg takedown, shooting in.
What about pushing a baby out?
Yeah, you're right. Nina says pushing a baby out. Think about that. All right, so a lot of really applications in life that we need power for. However, not being trained by the general population when they go to the gym. But we do. And what we did today is we put enough rest in the middle for the most part that we can recruit just as much power for those four intervals. If we did like 18 intervals, the power would have been really going down, and your last round, maybe you would have gotten 1 cal or died. Who knows? But we wanted the rest to be long enough so that you could recruit power every single time so that you could get practice working at a really high output. And that's a cool thing. Another really cool benefit about this stuff. You worked for about 2 minutes today, right? 2 minutes of pure work in the 30 seconds on the times 4 for the rower. However, since your heart rate was jacked so high, it's going to take like 48 hours for your heart rate to come back to normal, for your body to kind of level out. And during that time, you're actually going to burn calories. And it's called the post-EPOC or the EPOC condition, or the post-EPOC condition. It's got a bunch of different names, which means excessive post-oxygen consumption. The heart cannot just come back to normal instantly, or we implode and die. Slowly it recovers, and during that time we're consuming oxygen and our heart rate is still up, and it's at a point where we're burning fat to recover from that. So pretty cool. You did 2 minutes of really hard work and you get all these benefits. We know that 2 minutes of hard work is really hard work, so yeah, it's not like an easy way to do it, but it's something really cool to think about. We don't get beat up because we're only doing 2 minutes of work. We're not spending like 14 hours running, and cool. So that's another benefit. One thing to note, if you notice today you're having trouble getting your power output up, like your output going, could be a few things. First thing, the simplest thing, just mentally maybe you can't get there. And what I would suggest is watch Braveheart and then watch 300 and then drink like a couple coffees and come on in and try it again. But no, if you mentally can't get there, work on that, right? However you have to do it. It's simple. It's probably not our problem because we belong to a CrossFit gym. The other thing that might be out of your reach or out of your control, is that you're just not really skilled with the rower. For a 30-second sprint, it's really just about pulling as hard as you can. Technique kind of goes out the window. It's not an injury thing. It's just we like technique mainly on the row for efficiency. We're not loaded, so it's probably not going to create injury. But the more efficient we can be, the longer, better our pulls can be. But for 30 seconds, we're just kind of going. And like a taller person might have a better time doing it than a shorter person. One thing you will have noticed today is the stronger people are probably performing better. So it can be noted that the stronger we get, the better we are at showing power. But it also goes hand in hand. So doing stuff like this ultimately will be the best way to improve this, as long as you're pushing as hard as you can and you're using a conditioning tool or a movement that isn't too high skilled that you just can't make it work, which isn't really the problem for most of us. One other neat thing, though, that I wanted to throw out about why this power output stuff is so cool is it generally improves things beyond like our in the fitness realm, beyond like what we think of like the sprint or the tackle or the grapple or the fight. And what I mean is it actually can improve your ability to do longer, heavy or moderately heavy sets of weightlifting. Like if you notice, if we do a set of 10 deadlifts at a lower load but still moderately heavy, and you have to break it up a bunch of times while other people can power through, that is them relying on their power output, and this will help improve that, so that's pretty cool. It can actually help improve max strength numbers as well without putting the load on the joints of having to lift the weights, although we do like to lift traditionally for strength as well. So all in all, I just want to make this video because when you look at it on paper, 4 rounds of 30-second sprint on a rower with 2.5-minute rest seems pretty, I don't know, simple. And I wanted to express that it's not. It's really an amazing thing. It's one of many things we do to create a really high level of elite fitness. And it's something that we're doing that the other guys aren't, and even some other CrossFit gyms aren't. So it's cool to know that, you know, we got it. We're on the pulse of the stuff that's really going to get our health and fitness to that elite level. All right, guys, great job today. I'll see you at the box.